and ladies and gentlemen, June 1st of this year, it all goes down as...
No, but that's really, really rattled him for him to think of and plan doing something like that.
Yeah, because we see things happen.
If you want to go now, we can go now. And AJ was pretty calm. He said, do you want me to smash this chair across your face? And then they got separated.
Anthony Joshua nearly destroys Jake Paul behind scenes following his shove toward AJ during their media event. Jake Paul's push during the media gathering proved disastrous for him. AJ's rage erupted immediately without control. This wasn't some petty altercation. Behind-the-scenes drama exploded into genuine threatening behavior. Paul obviously miscalculated AJ's brute strength and title-winning reflexes.
Fireworks at the Garden on that date.
Following the media event's conclusion, Anthony Joshua didn't hesitate showing his rage toward Jake Paul behind scenes. The environment immediately became volatile, electricity filling the space. Fight enthusiasts worldwide sat shocked, seeing AJ's pure hostility and the ferocity of the situation. Jake Paul definitely angered the incorrect titleist, and the incident was impossible to forget.
You're not on my level. I don't need to address you.
Leave it.
I don't need to address you, bro.
Eddie Hearn accurately describes the volatile atmosphere surrounding Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. AJ's rage ignited organically following the provocation, and this behind-the-scenes altercation demonstrates exactly how elevated and intimate this battle has grown. Jake Paul definitely misjudged AJ's ferocity, and everyone should anticipate explosive action once they ultimately clash inside the ring.
When you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. I think it's going to be that kind of fight.
Johnny Nelson accurately describes the disorder behind scenes. AJ's response went beyond rage. It served as notice. Jake Paul's behavior transformed a media event, publicity move, into a threatening situation, and the fight community sat astounded. This transcended promotional tactics anymore. This represented an authentic exhibition of genuine ramifications and AJ's devastating ferocity.
Done this morning, man, to make the way how he's done it, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit. So I don't know how to...
Although many consider media event altercations as amusement, the Wade perspective emphasizes the narrow boundary separating promotional tactics from peril. Jake Paul received a brutal education. Anthony Joshua isn't interested in foolishness. That strike intensified hostilities behind scenes, shocking absolutely everyone. AJ's aura demands reverence, and Paul discovered directly that antagonizing a titleist brings authentic ramifications.
Oh, I don't mind fighters pushing and shoving. Probably shouldn't be slapping each other at the face-off. Security did a pretty good job of corralling it while they could, but I thought it was just an open-hand slap from Chris.
Duke McKenzie understands it. Jake Paul's behavior, although careless, remains undoubtedly captivating. The behind-the-scenes eruption might have surprised supporters, but within boxing's elevated showdown, incidents like this attract focus, coverage, and revenue from gates. Anthony Joshua's counteraction only heightened the spectacle, demonstrating that challenging a legitimate titleist brings ramifications no publicity stunt can hide.
I thought it was a stroke of genius, personally. I don't see there's any harm in it. This is the entertainment business that we live in now, and if you're not going to be entertaining, you're not...
Adam Catterall describes the disorder. Jake Paul's antagonism divided reactions immediately. Many criticize it as immature. Meanwhile, others recognize the energy it contributes to the battle promotion. Anthony Joshua's controlled rage behind scenes proved to everyone exactly why he's the genuine article. This situation didn't merely generate coverage, it positioned Paul appropriately within the fighting sports ranking system.
I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to...
Adam Smith emphasizes the unpredictability. Jake Paul's publicity move might have appeared deliberate, but Anthony Joshua's ferocity demonstrated that everything becomes possible once legitimate fighters encounter each other. Zero manufactured theatrics here. AJ's counteraction behind scenes converted this media gathering into a cautionary message. Showing disrespect toward a titleist brings grave, instantaneous ramifications.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of scripts go out the window.
Tony Bellew speaks absolute truth. What transpired during the media gathering represented complete entertainment, not athletics. Jake Paul's juvenile shove toward Anthony Joshua immediately exploded negatively, revealing him as simply a social media personality attempting to appear intimidating. AJ's controlled yet threatening counteraction behind scenes proved to everyone exactly why legitimate titleists refuse to engage in foolishness, abandoning Paul embarrassed and the fighting community in absolute disbelief. This wasn't merely a publicity move, it taught a lesson about reverence.
Frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
Roy Jones Jr. emphasizes Anthony Joshua's career conduct. During Jake Paul's antics playing the entertainer and generating disorder, AJ preserved his composure, concentrated mentality. The behind-the-scenes altercation didn't disturb him. It simply exposed the dramatic difference separating a veteran titleist and a content creator attempting to appear threatening. Paul's behavior seemed ridiculous, but AJ's ferocity communicated clearly. Challenging him brings grave ramifications.
Going through the motion, he's serious about it, you know, so I liked it.
Yeah, like his energy was like very calming throughout the week.
Yes, it was until...
Duke McKenzie expresses it accurately. Fighting sport currently combines athletics with amusement, and Jake Paul's media event publicity move represented complete showmanship. Certainly, it humiliated him once AJ retaliated, but within this industry, promotion generates sales. Anthony Joshua, the legitimate professional, converted Paul's stunt into a cautionary message. Social media behavior doesn't fit within a titleist's environment, and everyone attempting toughness becomes revealed.
Oh, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, but like I say, I don't see there's any harm in it. It didn't bring the sport into disrepute in any way. This is the show business world that we live in. There's the fight game and then there's the fight business. And
Dave Coldwell explains it. AJ's counteraction wasn't spontaneous. It was deliberate. Jake Paul's media event shove appeared like a gag, but Anthony Joshua didn't pause behind scenes. Each action he took was intentional, delivering a definite message. Nobody can show disrespect toward a heavyweight titleist and escape accountability. Paul's behavior appeared pitiful, and AJ's command converted the incident into a significant declaration.
It's premeditated, then it's not uncharacteristic. At the time, you're thinking it's like reaction. So no, it's not, because he premeditates everything. And it was funny, but I don't agree with...
Johnny Nelson accurately describes the showdown of what transpired. Jake Paul, believing he could perform the antagonist and antagonize Anthony Joshua, finished up embarrassing himself alternatively. AJ's counteraction wasn't merely about retaliation, it represented a deliberate demonstration of superiority, proving to everyone exactly why he's a double Olympic gold winner and a previous world titleist. Paul's behavior during the media gathering might have targeted views and promotion, but the genuine education occurred behind scenes. This wasn't a social media publicity move that gained virality for entertainment. It represented a brutal reminder that within fighting sport, legitimate titleists refuse to accept disrespect. Joshua's ferocity and career conduct converted a minor shove into a career-destroying incident of humiliation for Paul. Supporters remain in disbelief at AJ's self-control and astonished at Paul's absence of wisdom, confirming the enormous difference in credibility, talent, and courage separating the two competitors.
Yeah, it was wrong. He put his hands on it, and so it was wrong. But you know what? He's saying I'm going to play the villain. You know, I've been the prop, done everything right.
Paul Smith reminds everyone that although the situation was grave, it also contained an aspect of amusement. Observing Jake Paul attempt to establish himself and collapse so dramatically behind scenes was practically beautiful. Anthony Joshua didn't overcompensate. He provided an education in self-control and psychological warfare. For supporters, it represented a flawless combination of peril and showmanship, revealing Paul as a social media imposter against a legitimate heavyweight titleist. AJ's command and background contrasted dramatically with Paul's false confidence.
I'm not going to lie, when it happens, I laughed my head off. I absolutely laughed my head off.
I did too.
I thought it was quite poetic. I thought what happened was quite funny.
Johnny Nelson doesn't soften it. If Anthony Joshua had faced off with Jake Paul within a sanctioned battle, it would be a savage encounter from beginning to conclusion. Paul's false confidence and internet promotion signify nothing against AJ's background, strength, and Olympic credentials. Nelson creates a terrifying vision. Joshua wouldn't merely triumph, he would control entirely, destroying any fantasies Paul possesses about equality inside the ring. The media event shove represented a preview of what would transpire beneath legitimate circumstances. Joshua's intentional yet forceful counteraction behind scenes represented a preview of the devastation Paul would encounter if he enters the ring inadequately prepared. Fight enthusiasts sat astounded and reminded exactly why Anthony Joshua continues a heavyweight powerhouse and exactly why Jake Paul remains dangerously beyond his capabilities.
Joshua, unless he's torturing him all the way through. I keep saying it. I've thought about it. I'm like, you know what, AJ shouldn't let this boy off.
The Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul behind-the-scenes situation has created shockwaves throughout the fighting community. AJ's counteraction wasn't merely rage. It represented a declaration. Testing limits during a media gathering brings ramifications, and Paul discovered the difficult method that promotion and internet publicity moves don't convert to legitimate strength. Authorities like Duke McKenzie and Johnny Nelson were consistent. Jake Paul faced grave peril, and AJ's superiority was irrefutable. Supporters were left astounded, questioning whether this represented amusement or a grave cautionary message to everyone miscalculating legitimate titleists. The education is obvious. Background, talent, and brute strength cannot be equaled by internet false confidence. Fight enthusiasts, currently it's your opportunity. How distant do you believe Jake Paul can advance before encountering someone like AJ? Will he ultimately genuinely compete, or is this the summit of his publicity-motivated profession? Share your opinions within the comment section.